Hey speakers, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So go ahead and like and subscribe and let's get started. Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? I am back with another video. I know it's been a couple of days since I last was on. I think my last video was the Bell Collective. And so I decided to hop on, do a quick video real quick. I've been having a lot of things kind of going on, still trying to sort through everything from, the past things that I had mentioned before in previous lives. So still kind of dealing with that, but decided to get on and kind of discuss some things. Now, of course, we'll kind of randomly go through some things. I'll give my opinion on a lot, kind of discuss, a lot that I've been seeing. And it's kind of alarming because it's going a little far. It's beginning to be a bit much, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. Now, before we do so, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and go ahead and turn on those notification bells. So of course you'll be notified whenever another video is uploaded. Now, first I'm going to go here and we're going to take a look here at the reviews. Now, as you all may know by now, that again, yet another week that the ratings are low. Now, we show here that they were right at 321,000 for this week, which dropped from the previous week where they were actually 339,000. And it was kind of what they considered to be a season high. And now we're back down to 321. Now, in my opinion, I feel that the numbers are decreasing and probably will continue to decrease because a lot has been happening via social media. It has been a lot. Plus, I mean, let's just be honest, the show really isn't giving what it have in the past. Now I do like, where it doesn't seem so much as everyone is ganging up on Mel this season, but being that we know, what's really, really going on, it seems and it come across as kind of fake when you see them kind of, interacting with one another. You kind of pretty much know what it is. Not to mention everything that has been going on social media with Martell and the alleged exposure of the Revenge P video or what have you. It's a lot. And a lot of people are at the point that they're over it. They feel that something needs to be done. Now, of course, as we know, that a petition was actually put out to have Martel and Carlos removed from the show. And then, of course, we had the pick me's that decided to kind of do one to have Mel removed or however, totally ignoring what was, being said or alleged. And we seen, where Carson actually came out there, put it on the table, what it was. We seen where Ariane did that nervous video that she did. And to me, that only made the situation worse for them because you appear to be very nervous. You didn't really say much. I did a video on it where to me, you said a whole bunch of nothing. You came on there and you pretty much clarified what she had already said. And that was the fact that one particular time y'all, were communicating. So she said that everyone was looking for you to address the real elephant in the room. And you pretty much skated around that and never even really touched on it. So to me, that screamed, you know, guilty, in my opinion. So, with all that being said, I think a lot of people is kind of over it. They really don't want to be, have really too much more dealings with this. And in my opinion, something needs to be done. Now, we see that Martell had several engagements going on, the past weekend where he was in Baltimore or wherever he was with the suit launch with the Miguel Wilson I even seen where I think the past weekend, maybe that was when he was supposed to be doing the thing in Atlanta for that carnival celebration, whatever. So it's just he's been really, really just out and about. He's been doing all the posting, and here I have some, captions of that where, he really out here posting, and I guess what he would say, living it up. He making it, making waves out, in the media, in the public. But to me, he's appearing or trying to pretend like he's not bothered, but deep down inside, yeah, you're bothered, because this, everything that happened exploded like a couple of days prior to you having to go and show your face in the public to all of these people, knowing that you pretty much been all over the internet getting bashed. Now, I know you probably wasn't really worried about the perspective of the men, because of course a lot of men was just like, okay, he doing what men do. They just kind of downplayed it. We even seen where, someone reached out to Miguel Wilson in reference to it, because we felt as though, do you feel like this is going to harm your brand, being that you're representing a man that would do such thing? He just felt as though, okay, he on TV, he's on a reality show, it ain't a crime what he did. So he felt as though, why would I not, represent him? And, he looking at it, this is a business opportunity for him. And he's, at the end of the day, he's a man. Let's just call it for what it is. And they don't see the big deal with it. And okay, cool. It is what it is. But what I've noticed is Martell did a lot. Now of course, he was going to highlight his weekend to show, that he, everything that he had going on. But he has been on social media quite a bit. And normally we know that that's not really him. He's not one that really posts on social media. But of course, he posts in all of his, events, and everyone that he met up with and all of that. And that's fine, cool and dandy, represent, promote whatever you're promoting. But at the end of the day, I just feel as though no type of you clearly don't have no type of conscience. You it's like you around here with the smirks, like you the man. And I really feel as though he's able to put on that cape and that hat, because really and truly, what consequences has he had to suffer for any of this that he's done? We've seen him do things in the past and it hadn't came out of it. We've seen him come at mail via social media in the past. Now we get where alleged you were supposed to be releasing revenge P on her, and no one is really saying anything as far as recommending you for what you're doing. And to me, I feel as though I'm not going to say I feel as though Carlos should come out and say anything, because really and truly to me, I feel like he just would kind of sugarcoat it or however. And it's very well true. This is basically his personal business, but this man is someone that represent the brand and the network of OWN. And it's not a good look for OWN, because as you can see, the number one show on that network is going down the drain. And a lot of it has to do with a lot of the actions of Martell. And I'm trying to see, when does it come to an end? When do you put a screeching halt to it and say, okay, enough is enough. I can't afford for you to mess up this network and, everything that I've worked for. And, we're going to have to, something has to be done. Either we're going to have to remove you from the show. Either we got to suspend you. You have to show the fans and the viewers that you don't take what he do laying down. You're going to have to show us that in some way, form, or fashion, you have this woman's back, because you get on here and you want to pretend as though you're alpha male and that's your girl and y'all talk all the time, which she already said that's not true, because she don't talk to nobody all the time. But yet and still, You sit up here, and to me, it's almost like you laugh or shrug off the things that's going on, in my opinion, because you can tend to address everything else with everyone else on all other platforms, but on all other networks on your platform, but not one time do you ever address the real issue that you have going on that's causing your show to go down the drain. You recently said that you felt as though RHOA was just basically just crumbling and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, well, Love and Marriage Huntsville is not doing what it's supposed to do. So what you gonna do about that? I mean, has it been a conversation had? I mean, you and everybody business, so I know very well you know all about what's going on. You know all about it, and probably knew about the alleged, video or whatever, probably before it ever was brought to our attention. Because, Nell knew that, she had gotten the text from him and she reached out to her lawyers. And I'm just wondering, was this something that she brought to their attention? Because I'm trying to see, how do you feel that it's okay for this lady to still have to work under these conditions? It's called a hostile environment. So when do you, as the boss, the production, or however, when do you say enough is enough and we can't afford for this to continue? Because he's going to continue to do the things that he do, because for one, he is who he is. He's a narcissist. He doesn't see anything that he do as to be bad. He go with the flow, and there's no consequences, for him. Even when he was at the skating ring, he called the police. They ain't gonna do nothing to me. And that's his attitude. Nobody's gonna do him nothing. Nobody's gonna say nothing to him. And a lot of them don't say anything to him because they're afraid, in my opinion, of the outburst that's gonna come after it. Or again, it may be something that Martell has over Carlos' head. I don't know what it is, but it has to be something as to why he would jeopardize his career for Martell. And we all know that all these connections with the Miguel Wilson and all of that, in my opinion, I feel like all of those were connections that Carlos made for Martell. I honestly feel that those were all the connections that was made, by Carlos, that this was all Carlos is doing. And I don't know why is it that he's basically pushing up Martell, which, it's good. It's fine. It's dandy that you want to see him succeed, and that's fine. But you also have Maurice on the show that I don't see doing too much. You have Marcel on the show that I don't see doing too much. You have Lou on the show that, I don't see really doing. So are you doing this for everyone, or did he's just the chosen one? Are you doing this because you feel as though he is getting the bad end of the stick, because somehow, some way you feel as though he did wrong in the situation with his marriage? Because we already know that you kind of said that a woman need to, be there for her man, and, as if Melody was wrong and she didn't have enough time for him. So that's the reason he did what he did. So we see where you at with that. So is this your way of saying you feel sorry for him because of how things turned out? Because maybe you missed the memo, but he created this. He created this. Everything that he is going through, he created it on his own. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it that you're being the Captain Save a HOE tail, in my opinion. Now the latest also is, he actually was on social media, and he kind of was going back and forth with people in the comments. And I wasn't able to really get exactly what it is that the person has said prior to, but he tells her now he acting like more so now arguing with women in the comments at, and I meant to erase her name, but anyways, miserable women will believe anything. Be more positive and get to know someone before judging them. Beautiful. And she stated, well, good thing I'm not miserable, Holt, aka Sweet Thing. You decide to put your life on national TV, so be prepared to take all judgment or criticism. You should be more positive when it comes to your ex-wife and your kids. I'm born and raised in Alabama, so please slow your roll, you pathetic piece of So if you if you and have a nice day, letting him know, slow your roll, because I guess she has somebody that'll come see him. But anyways, he arguing, going back and forth with women in the comments. And Martell is not one that we really see on social media that much. So for you to even be going in the comments and replying to people, it shows and tells me you kind of bothered. You're bothered. You can go out and dance and have a good time with everybody that you want to have a good time with. But at the end of the day, when it's time to lay down and go to bed at night, you have to live with that person. You have to deal with those demons. And I feel as though it won't be long before that tick 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 boom, because normally when you start seeing him coming out, oh yeah, he up to something. He up to something. And being that he has been made out in a bad light because everything has came out in reference to that video, oh yeah, he gonna have to go the extra mile to make sure that his side of the story is being told. So be on the lookout for an interview. Be lookout for the sublingual posts. Be on the lookout for all of that, because he's eventually probably gonna say something. He did try to have Ariane come on and try to say something, but she messed that all up. She messed all that up. He got to know that she made the situation worse to me. Now, it was another young lady here, and it was on straight original Love and Marriage, Huntsville Straight No Chaser Part 2, where some lady went in on him. I mean, I don't know if you heard, but it was just like she went on and on in reference to where she had met him. It kind of states at Martel invited me to his co-drive and book signing, and when it was kind of cut off, um, pretty much what she said at the co-drive, Martel introduced her to Belinda and to me as his, and he introduced her as his girlfriend. Um, it was raining hard that day. The co-drive was under a tent outside, and it was freezing cold. Belinda looked like she was about to cheer for the Dallas Cowboys. She had on a mini and knee-high boots. We chatted. She advised she was a realtor, and he told me what area she lives in. I don't want to disclose the exact town where her home is. I asked her how did she meet Martell, and she told me at the wine event in Atlanta. Um, she went on to say, um, and she went on ahead and to let her know that she had met Martell at the book signing, and pretty much it was just she was just kind of going over um all the things that had kind of went through. She said something in reference to when I arrived, I was presently surprised there were cameras, so she didn't even know that he was a part of production or that she would be filming on I'm assuming this would she would consider Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm assuming. I had gifts for his kids, and um it's cut off, y'all, so forgive me for that. But she said she had gifts for his kids, and when she entered in the signing room, I was stopped and had to sign a form because I was being filmed. Once I entered the room, I waited for the kids and to personally deliver the gifts. When I heard him tell his manager that he doesn't talk to Mel and only communicate by email, he said he emailed Mel but never mentioned confirmation from Mel, so she wasn't bringing them. While giving him their gifts, they filmed me. Belinda and her two kids were on the side. She said that during an interview that she had a booth there, but it was hairs and tables. There was I don't know about anything about the booth unless they were at it after I left. So pretty much in a nutshell, when she got there, she was kind of, you know, surprised that it was a filming crew, that they were, I guess, production was there trying to film and catch the event. Belinda was there with her two children. So Belinda been in the mix. Um, Pretty much, after she heard that the kids wasn't gonna be there, and he didn't communicate with Mel or whatever, she pretty much left. um she also said that it was not a whole lot of people there. Martell was not sad, and he had her two girls there to play stepdaddy, so I left. Miss Marlene told me to stay, but I told her I had to leave because the roads in Huntsville was unfamiliar. GPS took me on some scary roads. And then she said when the episode aired on the wine tasting, I saw Belinda on the show, and I went to the Love and Marriage Huntsville page and posted the below comment. Later, I saw Belinda on Madani reopening. Martell had someone to introduce Belinda as Destiny's friend when it was all a lie and a cover up. Martell always got to have someone lie and cover his tracks. I believe Carson because Martell tried hard to convince me that Mel cheated first and had the receipts of his attorney's friend. He was obsessed to clear his image. So pretty much there you have it. Again, we have someone else that is, very familiar with Martell. And again, I apologize. Some of the writing was cut off. But there again, someone else that knows Martell that basically states that she believed Carson as well, because Martell has tried to convince her that Mel cheated on him, which we heard him on the show. Anytime that it was time for him to take any accountability, he hurry up and he pushed it off on Mel as though it was Mel's fault as to why he cheated. And he always made the accusations that she cheated also. She cheated too. She cheated too. Never taking accountability for what he had done. So, in my opinion, whoever Belinda is, from my understanding, she is with it, because we know, or if you haven't seen already, it's on her page. She posted Boss Baby on Mother's Day. Like, who does that? Now, they had a custody agreement that neither one of them was to post their children on social media, but yet and still you found it that it was comfortable and okay for you to do it. No, ma'am. You out of line. You stepping over your boundaries already. And at the end of the day, I feel that you're just another pick me that probably have, fell for his, manipulative talk. And he have you doing little petty things too. So, I mean, you already discredited, because you, as being a mother, a single mother, why would you do that to another woman? I mean, and like I said, it's clear as day that they have been acquainted for quite some time. So I'm pretty sure that she is well aware of everything that has taken place. I'm pretty sure she is very aware of who Ariana is. I'm pretty sure that she is well aware of all the things that alleged Martell has done, because you watch the show. You watch the show. You, you are very familiar with him. Now, it is being said that they have bought a property together. I don't know, but it is alleged that they bought a property together. I don't know what kind of property. From what I'm hearing, Martell has a lot going on where he is actually out here begging and borrowing, women to pretty much buy properties or buy land and do different things that may not be in their best interest. And, you know, he's just a manipulative person. And to me, with everything that he has went through, you would think by now that you would have somewhat changed. But to me, I think maybe perhaps this may have made him worse, because at the end of the day, he know that he has pretty much fumbled the best bag that he had. And so now he just running rampant and wild, and whoever fall for it is the pick of the season. And I guess, Belinda, you're the chosen one. I don't know what Ariana over there doing. Now, it's also alleged that she recently gave birth. I don't know how true that is, but if she did, you won't be able to hide it long. So I'm not sure. Now, I know on that live that she did, she looked a lot slender than she had been in previous lives that she done, because she at one particular time was swole up, wearing jackets and all that. And now it seems as though her face is back slimmed down and everything. So I don't know. But we gonna keep a watch on that, because yeah, that's a little strange. But anywho, yeah, he just running rapid, and now he just running amok. I mean, to any woman that'll fall for it. And it seems as though, to me, he using these women. And I can't say that I feel sorry for him, because who don't know who Martell Holt is? I'm pretty sure that a lot, women are aware of who he is in Atlanta now. He's appeared on RHOA, and he people know who he is. And you have a selected women that they rather a piece of a man than no man at all. And they feel that maybe I'll go ahead and buy this property, and maybe he'll love me right. Just remember, he was a multi-millionaire with his ex-wife, and that wasn't enough. So keep that in mind. But anyways, but yeah, he to me, I just feel like he just running around doing any and everything. I'm looking for him to pretty much have an outburst pretty soon, because whenever he get to running, sooner or later, them pipes bust. So look for that. Meanwhile, we see where Mel is out here living her best life, not bothered. I think it kind of bothered her, and I'm not gonna say it bothered her, but I think she was just over it all, overwhelmed, because we 3 years in and we still going through the same thing. But she did, she was at a speaking engagement over the weekend, speaking at her alma mater, and she looked it really, really nice. So it's just good to see her. It's good to see her out and about doing what she does, and continuing to get the support and the love that she really needs. Because at the end of the day, no weapon formed against her shall prosper. Whenever someone is just intentionally wronging you, I'm trying to figure out how blessed do they really think they are. And I even seen uh um I think where he had a actual reel of Joel Osteen. Martell, go ahead on. You can post all the religion and all of that you want, but until you get your heart right, that is just null and void, honey. You can't win nobody over thinking just because you done posted a Joel Osteen post that you forgiven. Boy, please, that is the oldest trick in the book. Everybody want to get to hollering religion, and everybody want to praise God when they in trouble and they back up against the wall. Go ahead. Go ahead. Also, we see here where Melody posted the little Melody versus the grown boss. And when I tell you this picture is beautiful, hopefully that she had this, placed in our home somewhere, because it is a really nice picture of herself. And it just shows the growth in her, and she's smiling just as big now as she was as a child. And it hasn't always been easy, but she made it. She made it. God is continuing to bless her despite everyone that's up against her. and she's gonna be all right. I seen where she also made a post um a couple of days ago where it looks as though her little boo had surprised her with some gifts. So I'm glad to see that she is happy and she is not letting everything playing out, overtake her. And I think that's what bothered him the most. Is because all the tricks that he has tried and everything that he has tried to throw against her, it has not broke her. And I think that's what kind of make him mad. But anyways, that pretty much was it. I just wanted to kind of touch bases. I mean, I hadn't been on in a couple of days, so I just wanted to kind of touch bases, do a video, give my opinion on some different things. And I just want to hear from y'all and let me know how you feel about Martell running amok around here with all these different women using them up, in my opinion. Also about the ratings and how do you feel? Do you think that Carlos King need to come out and say something? I mean, what needs to happen? Because this show is going to smithereens at this point. Also about Martell, and did you see his videos from the weekend of all the launches and stuff that he did? Also about the post that the young lady made, kind of exposing Martell yet again. Boy, you getting exposed, but God don't bless no mess. That's all I got to say. But anyways, y'all, that was pretty much it. That's all I had. If you have not already, go ahead and like the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bells. And of course, until next time, see y'all later.